The fourth one in my profile here in the Stu folio is Ethereum. One of the granddaddies. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the ones, the two top tokens in market cap value. Bitcoin, of course, has started all of the hoopla. There was cryptocurrency before that, but this is the one that Bitcoin got adopted and mainstreamed, and Satoshi, his algorithm for Bitcoin, just phenomenal. It changed everything. So, but Ethereum came along. Um, One of the first layer twos like that, and it's had the first mover advantage. So um, it gained mass adoption. It's just got some crazy gas fees, and for y'all that don't know, gas fees are like transaction fees, and it's ridiculous. So I'll tell you how I handle that, because I don't trade on the Ethereum network. I don't like losing money, and that's basically what you're doing if you're trading on the Ethereum network. So, but I do hold Ethereum because I think that, based on uh, technical analysis with the charts and stuff, and just so you know, I do these charts all day long, looking at them. But based on the technical analysis of Ethereum, it's going to probably hit about 10,000, 15,000 when this bull market resumes here. And one of the main reasons that I hold some Ethereum is I use a platform called Nexo to do loans, crypto loans. And it's one of the ones that they use where they give you 50% of the value of your crypto holdings, and you don't have to pay yourself back at any time, as long as you're keeping your loan to value ratio up. So they don't have the time limits like some other websites. And also, uh, I'm getting paid interest. So the interest on my loan that is owed is being covered by the interest that I'm earning or accruing from holding my crypto on their platform. So it's a zero sum proposition. I took out a little $10,000 loan, and if Ethereum goes up to 10,000, that'll be a 5x from here, close to a 5x. That'll turn this here into about $350,000. $10,000 loan will be easy to pay back. So I'm on this platform so that when I get to the status that I want to get in, I can take out a loan, pay cash for a house, pay cash for whatever I need to. Because when you do a loan, a crypto loan to yourself, it doesn't create a taxable a capital gains taxable event. In fact, what it does create, when you start paying yourself back, the interest that you pay back to yourself for the loan that you took out and gave yourself is tax deductible. And it's not financial advice or anything. Nothing that I say on here is financial advice. I'm just kind of educating my family and friends about stuff that I've learned. So do your own research, do your own due diligence, but talk to tax advisors. But this is how those billionaires do it. The people who have money, uh, that hardly pay any taxes at all, is because they use the laws that are there. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, they just know the laws, and the laws were created probably by people like them, and we just don't know how to use them. So when you learn how to use some stuff like that, and that's why I have that mindset now, is that I don't want Uncle Sam coming in and taking 50% of what I've worked hard and sat in front of this computer and researched and done every day. So I've learned and find out ways that I can maximize and keep stuff that I earn as well. So Ethereum is one that I hold so that I can do a crypto loan to myself, and then I pay that loan back when I want to, because they don't have any type of time frame. It ain't like I can just walk into a bank and get a loan. I was stupid and messed my credit up. So, I would have to go through some programs and stuff, and fix some stuff or whatever. I'm like, screw it. I can give myself a loan for $400,000, $500,000 or whatever, and buy start building my estate and do stuff that I want to do when this market recovers, and pay myself back when I want to. And there's nobody that has to approve me but me. What am I gonna do? Tell myself I ain't qualified? So I don't have to worry about my credit score right now, because my score is as high as I want it to be for myself to give myself a loan. So anyway, that's why I hold Ethereum, so I can take advantage of the loan the loan program that they have on Nexo. They also have it on the Celsius platform and a few others, but they have few some stipulations that are a little bit stricter. Nexo is phenomenal. Uh, that I can't say enough about it, and I won't right here because I don't want to waste time on it. Next one I have in the portfolio is Ripple. And you may or may not have heard about Ripple, but Ripple has been around since back when I was working with Momentum Studios. Um, it was number two, right where Ethereum is sitting right now. And I think Ripple right now is way down on the charts because they got sued by the SEC. And the SEC has been kind of talking out of both sides of their face, and they've been getting caught with their hand in the cookie jar, and lots of stuff is coming out. And the lawsuit is looking like it's coming close to being over. And when it does end, because Ripple got delisted from a lot of exchanges around the world, yet they are still doing business everywhere, and they're changing the monetary systems. I mean, you need to do your research on Ripple because Ripple is a gangster in this crypto game if this lawsuit ends anytime soon, and it is going to move the market like no other cryptocurrency has. And that's my own opinion, not financial advice, but do your own research. I'm not going to try to hype it up, but I'm hyped about it. I'll hold a whole boatload of it, and it had already gone up to like $1 and something, but Ripple should be valued probably in the neighborhood of $20 right now if it had moved with the other market and not been delisted and artificially suppressed. So a $20 Ripple multiplied by that. I don't even want to try to do the math in my head right now, but it's a boatload of money. And I'm sitting there waiting on it in the background, rubbing my hands together, looking greedy, waiting for this over here, that fear and greed index. But see, I'm already positioned. And there are people positioned way better than me in a lot of these price wise. My average entry price you can see here. Let me move myself over. I'll put this over here. Here, my average entry price on some of these over here in Ripple, 40 cents. I mean, I wasn't serious about crypto seriously until this year. I mean, I've been in it and making some decent moves and stuff prior to not this year, I'm sorry, but the beginning of last year uh, is when I got real serious because I was doing really well in the stock market. So I was moving my stock market money over into crypto and taking learning and investing in crypto serious starting in January of was it? It had to be COVID year, so it was 20 where I started taking it really, really serious. But my learning curve was a little slow because I wasn't, I was really nervous about it and stuff because I worked hard to make the money in the stock market. So, learning options and stuff and that and options and stocks do not compare to crypto. The gains, oh my God. The gains in my crypto have really, really just blown right past anything that I could have ever done in the stock market. So anyway, Ripple is an OG. It's going to probably get to number two as soon as the lawsuit is over and the market starts recovering. They get relisted. It's going to move, move, move. It's going to usurp Ethereum in second place because Ethereum is having problems with the high gas fees and people waiting on Ethereum 2.2, which they're now trying to call consensus. Change the name ain't gonna change that crap. Y'all still need to get your crap together. So anyway, I'm trying not to cuss because I talk like a sailor sometimes. Everybody knows that. So anyway, Ripple 1, 2, 3, 4 is number 5 in my portfolio. Some of this stuff when it moves up, like if Ripple went to $1 right now, it would easily move up here. But as that moves, everything else is usually moving because I'm in good coins right now. These are bear market resistant tokens. And when I say resistant, it doesn't mean they're not affected by it, but it means they're not going to go and drop 80 and 90% like your gaming tokens and your Dogecoin during a bear market. So next one I hold in my portfolio, and you can see the value of stuff decreases as I go down. But I hold Tether, USDT. This is a stable coin. And that's a term that you may have heard in the news recently, but I'm not going to waste time explaining to you why this isn't the best stable coin. The best stable coin is this one down here, that's part of the Luna ecosystem because it's algorithmic and it doesn't have to be backed by, this one isn't backed by one to one what it's supposed to be backed by. So they get away with some stuff and the government is calling them out. But this one down here, it's an algorithmic stable coin used in the Luna ecosystem based on Luna, and is part of the burning mechanism. So whole video have to be done on that. But and the best thing about it, because it's algorithmic, they are not based in the USA. And Do Kwon is a South Korean citizen. He's the one who created it. So when they sent Congress sent out all the letters to all those companies, Tether and some other stable coins, they didn't have to answer them because they're not part of the US. And they didn't. In fact, Do Kwon, when they sent him something, they sent it about a protocol within the Luna ecosystem. They couldn't even touch UST. They sent something about the Mirror Protocol, which is here, I think it's in the US, but uh, yeah, they can't do a money grab on Do Kwon and Luna and the stuff in the Luna ecosystem that is based outside of the United States. So anyway, I hold Tether because this is what I call dry powder. Now, I'm not a Civil War buff, but I know back in those times they used rifles and muskets with gunpowder and metal balls. And if your gunpowder ever got wet, you couldn't fire them suckers. So they had to keep dry powder. And that's basically a term that we use in crypto and in the stock market to mean you keep some money on the side so that you can shoot when you need to shoot. Some project comes up or the price dips on something really good, down 10%, and you got in at a higher price. You want a dollar cost average down, and let's say you got in at 250 and now you're getting in at $2. I'm not even going to try to do the math in my head because I got too many things that I'm thinking about right now. But 2.06 plus 2.50 equals that divided by 2. So if you got in at 250 and it's at 206 now, and you dollar cost average in, you can bring your price down to $2.28. So you got a lower entry price that you got in. You dollar cost average down. You're decreasing your entry point, which means you start to get to profitability sooner as it's going back up. So and that's what I've done. I've dollar cost average to get my tokens up to a certain level that I'm comfortable with. Uh, but yeah, I'm profitable all the way through. And what you may see here, that's over the last 24 hours what happened. Uh, but what you may see here in the portfolio, and yeah, I think let's see, let me go back to chart here. Yeah, it looks like if you look at what my total profits are, it looks like I've only profited like 100 some thousand on this particular portfolio, but that's because I move stuff around. Like once I'm I may move a couple 100,000 from one portfolio into other coins and stuff, swapping, moving stuff around. And then my margins start over again. So I'm constantly increasing them, but I may be starting at like 300 and make another 100 something in this portfolio. And then, something else may happen a few months from now, and I go and start moving back into gaming and metaverse. And when I show what my entry points are on those, my profit margins are going to start at that point. So it'll look like I'm making less, but it's actually I'm using profit to get into those positions. So, and there's no way to track that here. I'd have to use some type of software or something, but I don't worry about that. I just know that I got into crypto at 5,000, and I've had big lump sums of money that I've put in there over time for various reasons. But stock market money, different stuff like that. So that gave me a little boost here and there. But basically, this is all self-made, mostly self-made through trading. Learning how to trade and moving money around and buying crypto, getting in great projects. And speaking of great projects, I'm getting to this next one, Domi Online. Now, I just said that I moved out of most gaming and metaverse. This is one that I will never, ever, ever move out of. I am a game nerd to the core. I can't play anymore because of multiple sclerosis. I can barely move my hands good. Uh, I have bad dexterity. I drop stuff. So I can't even play games like I used to, but I can invest the hell in them and I know about them. So Domi kind of reminds me of World of Warcraft, but with NFTs. And if you don't know about NFTs, I'm not going to waste time telling you about them right now, but that's the future. I mean, celebrities are using them, businesses are using them, the metaverse is using them. Uh, and World of Warcraft is, I mean, that brings back such memories because I used to like just dump money into World of Warcraft, like real money on digital assets. And it wasn't NFTs or nothing. It was just like fake swords, different stuff that can enhance your characters or whatever. But being able to invest in something that brings back that type of nostalgia is going to blow everything up. And there are games out there like Axie Infinity that went from 8 cents to right now it's at 40 some dollars, but at its peak it was at 100 and something. In fact, let me just tell you specifically because I just gave a very good friend of mine, or I'm going to be giving to him. I promised him that I'd give it to him, but I'm going to be giving him 1,000 of these tokens, and they're only worth 11 cents right now. Let me tell you how significant that is. And I'm just doing this to him for him because he's just a phenomenal person. You know, just done great things with our family, and we plan on doing great things in the future with some of the stuff that we're going to be doing in Africa, and we're going to be including him in part of that stuff. So, uh, I want him to benefit from just from the phenomenal things that he's done for us so far. I want him to benefit from this, if it happens. And let me just tell you how it could potentially happen. I'm giving him 1,000 of these tokens, and I mentioned Axie Infinity. So I'm going to just read this from my phone because this is what I showed him. Uh, well, my wife showed him. She's the one who texted him. But right now, this token is worth 0.115, and the text here was 0.117. And I gave him the example that Axie Infinity, which has done phenomenal, started out in November of 2020 at 8 cents. This one is at 11 cents. Axie was at 8 cents. November of 2020. In November of 2021, which is 1 year later, Axie Infinity was worth $166 per token. That's a 200,000% increase from 8 cents to $166 when it peaked in November 1 year later. So I just told him, imagine I'm gifting you 1,000 tokens. They're only worth 11 cents each right now. So 1,000 of them, is only going to be maybe 1,000 some dollars or whatever. Let me quit guessing and just do the math. So right now, these 11-cent tokens are worth 100 and some dollars. So it's not like I'm breaking the bank giving him 1,000 tokens. But what I'm doing is giving them something that has potential future. And that's what I'm trying to say to you guys is that there's future in this stuff. There's life-changing stuff that could potentially happen. Now there is risk, lots of risk. So don't ever invest in nothing that you're not willing to lose, because that can happen. There's billionaires and multi-billionaire people manipulating the market right now as we speak. So, but just getting back to this, these 1,000 tokens, if they did only half of what Axie Infinity did, 100,000%, they would be worth $117,000. That's a pretty decent gift, right? uh, if they matched Axie Infinity, $234,000. If they did 200,000%. I'm here to tell you that I think that it's going to blow Axie Infinity's numbers out the water. This game doesn't even release until quarter 3, and they have a working demo right now. And they have a phenomenal team. I mean, everything that they're doing is right. and they're not rushing to release and just drop something out onto the market. It blows Axie Infinity out of the water. A lot of the other gaming projects that are out there right now, it blows them out the water as a working demo right now. So, yeah, I'm invested heavily in that one because that's like a moonshot token. I moved it from that degenerate portfolio to this one because I'm never going to sell it. So that's a life-changing thing, potential. And it's only like 100 some dollars. You don't have to have thousands of dollars to win in crypto. It helps when you have a little more money. It definitely helps if you have some expendable money. You don't buy that 40. Stop buying some cigarettes for a month, whatever. Just pull some extra money from somewhere. Go to the pawn shop, whatever you need to do. Get some extra money and try to do some things to change your life. Now, everything ain't going to be life changing. I just posted the other day about the law of diminishing returns. And with more money coming into the market, there are going to be less opportunities to make life changing gains. So you have to be smart about it. So that's why I'm trying to help you guys understand what's happening in crypto right now so that you make smart moves and don't, get sucked in by your favorite YouTuber who's getting paid to endorse a token or shill what they call shilling a token, or who has done absolutely no technical analysis or research, and you're just following them blindly and they got, enough money to absorb the losses, but do you?